Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Onika if you're new here. Thanks for coming in. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. In today's video, we'll be reviewing some collections from the brand DFYNE. I'm going to be going over their Dynamic and their Impact collection. My first ever time ordering anything from DFYNE, so I'm really excited to show you these pieces. Let's get into it. Okay, first up we have the Impact collection. We're not really starting off strong here with this bra, but this is the Impact sports bra. It is a halter bra. There is the back. Let me just address the elephant in the room. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it's so lumpy. And I really, hold on, let me, this is crazy. We'll get to that in a second. This is a seamless bra. It's fully seamless. It does have cup pads. It does have little slits so you can take the cup pads out and replace them, which I will do later on. But ribbed lower band, again, fully seamless. Halter. Honestly, it has decent stretch, but the cup pads are so terrible in this bra. Like, I can't get past it. I'm gonna swap them out with better cup pads and see if that helps at all. But this is a size medium, which is my normal size in bras pretty much. Especially in halters, I like to wear a size medium for the most part. So I went with a size medium here, but it just looks really big. And I have quite a lot of space, but the neck strap isn't super loose, like it is digging in a little bit, so I feel like going down a size would be very uncomfortable. But yeah, let's see support. It's about a light support, which is to be expected with the halter. There's the back. We do have the DFYNE logo. I don't know if you can see it right there. It is in white. Sorry, the exposure is very high on this camera. Apologies. But yeah, I don't, this bra, the price for what it is, I'm just not a fan at all. But let me give it a fair shot and maybe switch out the cup pads and see if that helps. And I'll come back. 1 second. You guys, I don't know if this bra can be saved. I can't even lie to you. Like, does it look better? I don't know. You tell me. It's like, I don't know if it looks better. I don't know. I don't know if it looks better or just like a different version of bad. But this is just not something I would recommend. Like, for the price that it is, retails at $42.50. That's in US dollars, and I don't think it's anywhere near worth that price. Absolutely not. Again, I can't size down. It'll absolutely dig into my neck way too much for me to size down to a small. This is my normal size medium, and I just think the overall fit is trash, like, to be completely honest with you. Changing the cup pads doesn't really help that much. I still think it's unflattering. There's a ton of excess fabric here on the sides. The back honestly doesn't look too bad, but this is an issue. This is a problem. I don't know what else to say about this bra, but yeah, don't recommend it at all. Let me just quickly check support again now that I've changed the cup pads. Yeah, it's about the same. Great. Love that. Now we are moving on to the famous Impact shorts. I think this is one of their most popular lines. I feel like this is what everyone reaches for. This is a size small. Hopefully that lighting is better. This is size small. This is my normal size in shorts for pretty much most brands. I wear a size small in bottoms. Unless it runs small, then I have to size it to a medium. Yeah, these are very snug in the legs. As you can see, I can barely stretch these out. The waist feels fine. It's definitely more on the compressive side, but it's not too tight. It is a nice ripped band, and then it's sewn onto the rest of the body of the shorts, which is fully seamless. The back has this ribbed contour underneath your glutes. Sorry, I'm like closing the blinds so that the light isn't shining so much on these shorts. Since they're white, it like really washes it out. But yeah, so it does have a scrunch here. I will try to get a better video of that for you up close. The scrunch doesn't really have any stretch at all, so I'm a little bit worried about squatting down in these. Can't really move any more of the fabric to the back to help with that, but there we are. 4.5-inch inseam. Usually that would be an issue for me. I would usually get rolling or sliding up, but because the thigh seams are so tight on these shorts, I'm not too worried about that, but I am worried about squatting down in these. But you know what? Let's try. Let's see what happens. Say a prayer that it doesn't rip because I'm trying to return these. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so I can squat in these. That's good. A little worried. Yeah, because the fabric here has stretch, I think that's what helps. The scrunch again has no stretch, but this fabric right here does on the glutes, so that is helpful. Um, Honestly, do I find these shorts flattering? Yes, 100%. However, the back is really aggressive for me personally. I don't know if I would feel comfortable training in these. Maybe not in this specific color. Maybe in a darker color, it would be a little bit more subtle, hopefully. But yeah, that is the impact shorts. I would say if you're in between sizes, definitely size up. These are snug. Like I said, like there's no stretch here. If you have bigger thighs than me, which my thighs are not that big, but if your thighs are like bigger than mine, if you have more muscle on your quads than I do, these are going to dig in a lot. If you are not worried about that, then go with your normal size. But I think definitely size up if in between sizes because this doesn't have a lot of stretch. It just doesn't. The waist does. The waist has a ton of stretch, which is good. And so does the fabric here, but the scrunch doesn't and the thigh seams don't. So just keep that in mind. But overall, the impact shorts definitely gives me a little bit more hope for the impact collection than the bra does. But I think in the future, if I were to purchase impact collection again, I would maybe get a darker color in the shorts. That's just personal preference though. I don't think I really care for this light of a color in these shorts just because it's a lot going on in the back, to be honest. And I don't know. I think I want something a little bit more subtle. But yeah, those are the impact shorts. Okay, this next piece is what is saving the impact collection for me in this review. This is the impact halter top, and I love it so much. There's the back. It is basically like a long line halter, full torso coverage. Love that. A nice square neckline, which I love square necklines on my body type personally. They're my favorite kind of cut. DFYNE logo there. And another one. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. It was hiding. There. The fabric is seamless, fully seamless. It has some ribbing on the side here, but really good stretch. I went with a size medium in this. Again, I was told by one of their athletes to size up, go with my size medium instead of a size small, just because of the neck strap. Didn't want that to dig in. And honestly, it's a very comfortable fit. Like I have no complaints about the fit whatsoever. I know you guys know that I don't like when the waist wrinkles, but this is still clinging to my torso pretty well. It's not boxy, so I really appreciate that. I did train in this top and I have really no complaints about it. It does really well with sweat because it's seamless. It is sweat wicking, so that is really nice. But yeah, really big fan. I did not swap out the cup pads in these. I am wearing the cup pads that this top came with, and it looks fine. I have no issues with it. Maybe it's just in the sports bra. I don't know if it's just the color because it's too light or actually no, that whole sports bra just doesn't fit right. So let me not even try to make excuses for it. But I didn't change the cup pads out in these. These are the cup pads that it came with, and it looks absolutely fine. I just love this top so, so much. So I would say if you're in between sizes, you can definitely go up a size, only if you're in between. Otherwise, go with your normal size. I am normally a medium in tops like this, unless it runs big, then I go down to a small. But I am normally a medium, and that's what I got in this one, and it fits perfectly. Let's check support. Definitely light support, but it's really, really nice to lift in. I personally wouldn't run in it or do anything high impact in it because it doesn't have a ton of support, but I do feel decently supported. Like lifting in this is absolutely fine. Um, yeah, I have no complaints about this top at all.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, that wasn't true at all. I totally forgot to discuss one thing that I noticed with this top is that the front kind of gapes a little bit, like the top of the shelf bra tends to gape. I think you can kind of see it a little bit in this video. You can adjust it, pull it apart, and it'll go away, but it'll come right back. So keep that in mind. I would get another one 100%. This is like the only thing in the Impact collection that I've tried that I would definitely recommend and also rebuy. So Impact halter top. Let's move on. Final piece we have from the Impact collection are the Impact leggings. Now, these I sized up in. I did watch a couple reviews and I did reach out to one of their athletes. I'll put her handle on the screen. And she did say that the legs are very snug in the Impact leggings. I mean, as you saw, the shorts were quite snug in the legs too. So I sized up to a medium in these, which was a good call for sure, because these are so tough to get on. Like, oh my goodness. Just like pulling the fabric up my leg is like damn near impossible. So a size up was definitely a good call, but this is the color Truffle, size medium. And the fabric on the glutes and the fabric on the rest of the shorts is not the same. On the glutes, it's way, way more stretchy than the fabric here. Like, look at this. That is as much as it stretches on the legs versus here. See what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. It's like if you have any thighs at all, these are just not going to work. Yeah, similar construction to the shorts, pretty much the exact same, just in a legging. I'm going to go ahead and try to do a squat in this and see what happens. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, we survived. It's definitely harder to squat in these than the shorts. I mean, there's more fabric to work with, and all of this here doesn't stretch. So definitely feel more restricted in the leggings than I did the shorts, but you can squat in them. The fabric is quite thick, so I think I would be kind of hot training in these, like in the leggings specifically. Um, but yeah, similar comments to the shorts, definitely size up. Even if you're like not in between sizes, if you have any thighs at all, size up in these. 100% size up in the leggings. Like they are just way too snug. Granted, if you do size up, you're gonna get some wrinkling here, and the waist is probably going to be a little bit bigger on you, but honestly it's not too bad. Like it just feels slightly less snug compared to the shorts, which was a size small for me. But yeah, definitely size up in these. Oh my goodness, they're so snug. The length isn't bad on me. My inseam is 30 inches and I am 5'5". So if you're on the taller side, I don't know if they have multiple inseams. I don't think I saw any on the site. But if you are taller than me, these might end up being a little bit short on you. But that is how we are looking for the Impact leggings. Again, like the glutes, very flattering. I feel like that's the selling point for a lot of DFYNE's pieces, but I just don't find these leggings functional at all. So it's a thumbs down for me. Moving on to the Dynamic collection, we have the Dynamic Racer Bra. I have this in two colors. I'll show you the other color later on. But this is the color Orchid. And I did train in this set, the shorts and the racer bra. So I will show you little clips of that. But this is a full coverage bra with a racer back design. It has the exact same cup pads as all of the other bras that I've showed you so far. Honestly, I don't like the cup pads in this bra. They're just not my favorite. It's like an oval shaped cup pad, and I don't feel like that makes sense for a bra design like this. So I did take these cup pads out and replace them with a different set of cup pads, and I found those to be a lot better. Um, but yeah, this is definitely a high coverage bra. I would say low to medium support. It's not super supportive, but it is decent. I think if you have a smaller chest, you could maybe run in this and it would be fine. But fully seamless, decent stretch. I got a size medium in this and it fits fine, but I do think it is a little bit big here. So I guess if you're in between sizes, maybe go with your smaller size. I'm actually curious how a size small would fit on me. I don't typically go for size smalls and bras these days, but I feel like in this one, maybe I can get away with it because it's honestly not digging in anywhere. It feels very comfortable. So I'm curious how a size small would fit. I don't have a ton to say about this bra. It's a nice design. I love bras that are cut like this because I have broader shoulders and a broader back. Things that are cut like this tend to be more flattering on me personally. So I do like the look of this. We have the Dynamic shorts. These are so different to Impact as far as the stretch. Look at this. So much stretch. I love that. but I got a size small in this, which again is my normal size in shorts typically. And honestly, I feel like I probably could have sized down even to an extra small in these. Because it's so stretchy, I feel like the compression is quite minimal. It's decent compression in the waist with the waistband, but everywhere else, I honestly feel like I can get away with the size down. Um, these are very high-waisted compared to Impact, which is more like a mid-rise bottom. These are definitely more high-rise and also has more length. I personally wore them like this when I trained in them. Folded this down because my torso is far too short for this waistband, and this is how I preferred them. It also made it easier to hike up the back a little bit. The scrunch is quite wide, so it doesn't really sit in there as much as some other brands do. So hiking it up does help. But yeah, these are like very, very low compression compared to Impact. Like so much stretch. It's crazy. Let's do a quick squat test in these. So far, I feel like DFYNE's bottoms do really well with sheerness. Like even in the lighter color that I tried earlier, I'm wearing a black thong in all of these bottoms, and I don't think I saw anything through the fabric. So that's really well done. But yeah, dynamic, super, super stretchy compared to Impact. Unlike Impact, these feel a lot softer overall. Like I feel like Impact, like I said, like the fabric around your glutes was really soft and stretchy, but everywhere else was kind of like really snug. The fabric was denser. Overall, the fabric feels a lot less dense than Impact, so a lot more stretch, like a ton more stretch. So I would say if you're in between sizes, definitely go with your smaller size in Dynamic, specifically the shorts. I'll get to the leggings in a second, but in the shorts, you can go with your smaller size. And honestly, I would say these kind of run big. Like this is a size small, and I feel like they're a little bit loose. So I think I can do an extra small and be okay, but that's just my assumption. I haven't tried an extra small, but if I do get more of these shorts, I would definitely size down to an extra small and see how that fits personally. But if you don't mind a little bit less compression, a size small, your normal size will be just fine. So there we have the dynamic shorts. So here we have the dynamic strappy top. It has a built-in bra and the back is strappy. It crosses. I think the back is super cute. Not a massive fan of the front just because, again, cut pads. That is like my constant critique with their tops. The cut pads are just not good. But also the shelf bra underneath is kind of big. Like my bust is pushing the bra away from my rib cage. It's just not as snug as it should be. So yeah, not my favorite. Could I have sized down? Maybe, but I think I would have no coverage at all, really. A size medium is my normal size in tops like these, unless they run big. So I went with a medium in this, and I still feel like it doesn't fit amazingly, but that is how we're looking. The color is so stunning. I absolutely adore the color, but overall, I just don't see myself wearing this because the fit is just not what it needs to be. The material is a seamless material. It is sweat wicking. Straps are plush. I do think if I sized down, it probably would dig into my back as well, just because I can already kind of feel it digging a little bit in a size medium. So I feel like a size small would be really uncomfortable. So I would say if you're in between sizes, maybe go with your larger size in this, especially if you have a broader back, just so you don't have this digging into your traps and your lats. But yeah, just be mindful of the shelf bra if you have a bigger bust. It isn't the most supportive. Like it really is not. It's just not as snug as it should be to offer the right amount of support. I feel like I would be adjusting this a lot throughout the day if I were to wear it. Remember when I said how stretchy dynamic is? What a joke. The dynamic leggings, look at where the crotch is. Look at that. There's so much space here and I cannot pull these up anymore. Like at all. These are a size small. I regret getting a size small so bad. I should have sized up in these as well. But I just assumed they would be stretchy like the shorts. What a freaking joke. Like, this is so bad. Like, this right here is supposed to be up here. I can't pull them up anymore. I can't. I will rip them. What have I done? I don't even think I can do a squat test in these. There's just no way in hell. I mean, I can try, but what is the point? No, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That little quarter squat thing that I was doing, I could already feel the scrunch about to rip or like the gusset. No, no way. Yeah, so dynamic leggings. Size up. Honestly, in all of DFYNE's leggings, I'm just gonna say to size up because it seems like the leggings just have zero stretch compared to the shorts. Yeah, it's just a mess. I mean, I don't even know what to say about these. Like, they don't fit. I don't know what else to say. They just don't fit. So, like Impact, size up in the dynamic leggings specifically. The shorts run big, the leggings run small. I don't understand that, but that's the gravity of the situation. So the material is not as soft as the shorts either. Like this one feels a little bit more rough. I'm confused. I'm really confused. I don't understand what's happening. Sorry, guys. I don't know what else to say about these. It's kind of a disaster. All right, so those are all the pieces I have today. I just want to quickly go over logistics. So I placed my order and received it all within 1 week. So that is probably by far one of the fastest shipping times I've ever seen from any brand. So kudos to DFYNE for that. They ship via DHL Express, so I was able to get my order pretty quickly, which I absolutely love. I do have quite a few things that I'm planning to return, so I'll let you know how that process goes in the comments. But I'm really impressed with how fast they ship and the fact that they offer free returns. If I were to reorder from them again, I think my top pick from this video would have to be the Impact Halter top. I am wearing it right now. I love it that much. It is so comfortable, so flattering. I definitely would pick up more of those for sure because I feel like I would get a lot of use out of them. Um, but honestly, everything else that I went over, they're either just okay or need some improvements. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.